नमस्कार, स्टडी विद सुधीर में आपका स्वागत है। मेरा नाम है टीएस सुधीर एंड दिस इज द चैनल वेयर यू विल फाइंड ऑल द सीबीएसई क्लास 12 chapters, poems and stories being discussed here, detailed explanation videos, the kind of explanation you would not find anywhere else. Okay, I'll try to explain this particular poem both in English and Hindi, and this is specifically for those students, for the benefit of those students जिनको कि लगता है कि हिंदी में समझने में ज़्यादा आसानी होगी. Okay, though I do believe that it is always better if you understand it in simple English, क्योंकि तब आप जिस तरह के वर्ड्स और फ्रेजेस का इस्तेमाल मैं करता हूं वीडियो में, यू कैन यूज देम इन योर आंसर्स एंड दैट विल मेक इट इजियर फॉर यू इन द एग्जामिनेशन. Right? So let's get started. Where is this poem taken from? Now, this is taken basically from the story of Endymion, who seeks out Cynthia. Now, this is basically based on a Greek legend in which Endymion, who was a beautiful young shepherd, okay, basically who looks after goats and sheep, and he had a vision of Cynthia, the moon goddess, and this particular youth, he kind of decided to seek her out and wandered through the forest and the seas. So that's the story. So इस कविता में जॉन कीट्स ने एक तरह से सुंदरता का वर्णन किया है, सुंदरता की बात की है, एंड दैट इज व्हाट मेक्स दिस पर्टिकुलर पोएम ए वेरी पॉजिटिव स्टोरी, पॉजिटिव पोएम. बेसिकली द टोन एंड टेनर इज अ वेरी पॉजिटिव थ्रू आउट this particular 4 stanza poem. Now we'll go through the each of the lines and I'll explain the words and the larger theme. लेकिन शुरू करने से पहले इस पोएम का बेसिक थीम क्या है उसके बारे में समझ लें. The poem basically conveys the message that a thing of beauty is a joy forever. सुंदरता की जो भी चीज हो उससे हमको हमेशा आनंद मिलता है. ये बेसिक थीम है इस कविता का, एंड ये एक तरह से समय को पार करता है. इट ट्रांसेंड्स टाइम, एनी काइंड ऑफ टाइम. दिस पर्टिकुलर थॉट वुड ऑलवेज बी ट्रू. इट विल नेवर फेड अवे, बिकॉज सुंदरता से किसी भी तरह के जो कठोर भाव जो हो या एनी काइंड ऑफ नेगेटिव थॉट्स जो हो, उसको एक तरह से नेगेट करने का, उसको एक तरह से माइनस करने की उसमें क्षमता रहती है. सो द ब्यूटी हैज द पावर टू रिमूव बोथ डार्कनेस एंड नेगेटिविटी एंड हेल्प्स अस सर्वाइव व्हेन देयर इज अ शॉर्टेज ऑफ व्हाट ही कॉल्स नोबल नेचर. ओके, अगर कोई व्यक्ति किसी अच्छी तरह से बर्ताव नहीं कर रहा है, उस समय पर भी अगर आप सुंदरता की सोच करें, यू थिंक अबाउट ब्यूटी, इट हैज द पावर, इट हैज द पॉजिटिव पावर टू काइंड ऑफ see you through even in those very low and negative moments. Okay, when one is surrounded by evil, even at that time, उस समय पर भी you can actually survive and survive pretty well. That is the larger theme of this particular poem. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Its loveliness increases. It will never pass into nothingness, but will keep a bar quiet for us and a sleep full of sweet dreams and health and quiet breathing. इसमें एक शब्द का इस्तेमाल किया गया है बार, जो कि चौथे सेंटेंस में है. बार का बेसिकली मतलब है द शेडी प्लेस, द प्लेजेंट शेडी प्लेस. जब भी छाया रहती है, एक तरह से देयर इज समथिंग वेरी नाइस अबाउट इट. उससे हमको आनंद आता है, स्पेशली गर्मी के महीनों में अगर आप पेड़ की छाया में रहें, ओके, वृक्ष की छाया में रहें, तो उससे काफी आनंद मिलता है. सो बावर इज अ रेफरेंस टू दैट. इट इज अ रेफरेंस टू द प्लेजेंट शेडी प्लेस अंडर द ट्रीज. सो इस पहले स्टैंजा में, पहले 5 लाइनों में जॉन कीट्स क्या कहना है, एंड जॉन कीट्स इज ऑलवेज नोन एज ए नेचर लवर. ओके, और उनकी कई सारी कविताओं में भी नेचर का वर्णन किया गया है. एंड ही लव्ड ब्यूटी इन एनी फॉर्म, कि सुंदरता किसी भी रूप में हो उसको वो अप्रिशिएट करते थे. एंड ही इन दिस ओपनिंग लाइन्स ही एक्सप्रेसेस हिज लव for beautiful objects by saying that they are a source of eternal joy and pleasure. It is a joy forever. At any time, something which is beautiful is always giving you a lot of happiness and joy. And he says its loveliness increases. इसका मतलब है कि उसकी जो सुंदरता है वह बढ़ती जाती है. That beauty always goes on increasing with the passage of time. It will never pass into nothingness. ये कभी भी वह शून्य नहीं होगी. It will never become zero. Even with the passage of time, it will never fade away. Okay. But will keep a bar quiet for us. उनका कहना है the joy that a beautiful thing provides is eternal. Eternal शब्द का आप इस्तेमाल कीजिए अपने उत्तर में. That it is something which is ageless. उसकी कोई उम्र नहीं है, हमेशा के लिए. A thing of beauty remains beautiful forever. And the imprint that it leaves on our mind वो हमेशा रहता है. You know, आप किसी सुंदर जगह पे जाते हैं, वहां पर आपने पहाड़ों को देखा या समुंदर को देखा या किसी बहुत सुंदर घाटी को देखा, तो जिस तरह के जो आप नजारा देखते हैं, दैट रिमेन्स, दैट लीव्स एन इम्प्रिंट ऑन योर माइंड, राइट? दैट लीव्स एन इम्प्रिंट ऑन योर माइंड एंड दैट इम्प्रिंट रिमेन्स फॉर एवर. Even after 5 years, when you think of, oh, that beautiful spot that I visited, it will make you feel positive and remind you of that beautiful place. Okay, so the permanence is what John Keats is referring to. So he says its loveliness, the loveliness of that place can never fade away. Okay, and beauty, therefore, according to John Keats, is eternal. He says that in this, but will keep a bar quiet for us. पोएट का कहना है कि थिंग ऑफ ब्यूटी इज लाइक व्हाट आई रेफर टू द बार, कि जिस तरह के पेड़ की जो छाया मिलती है, इट इज लाइक दैट, जिसके नीचे आप अच्छे सुंदर ड्रीम्स देख सकते हैं, सपने देख सकते हैं, एंड ए स्लीप फुल ऑफ स्वीट ड्रीम्स एंड हेल्थ एंड क्वाइट ब्रीदिंग. सो बहुत सारा आनंद मिलता है अगर हम पेड़ की छाया के नीचे बैठ के सो जाएं या सुंदर सपने देखें. सो द पोएट फील्स दैट ए थिंग ऑफ ब्यूटी इज लाइक a quiet bower. Quiet bower is also referring to sleep, sleeping under the tree, full of sweet dreams with healthy and quiet breathing. Okay, very peaceful kind of breathing, not heavy breathing. Okay, and a beautiful thing like that, he says, not only provides you with happiness and joy and peace, but it also refreshes you. आपको बिल्कुल ताज़ा कर देती है by driving away any feelings of negativity, aggression, or if you are feeling very low or restless. कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि when you are not feeling good with yourself, आप किसी गार्डन में जाके थोड़ा सा समय व्यतीत करें, वहां पर तो अपना थोड़ा समय गुजारें, so you may actually come back feeling better by seeing a lot of flowers and the green trees and the green plants and the green bushes. You will actually feel good because it is a thing of beauty that has an effect on your mind and your heart and your emotions, and that is what the poet is referring to. And he says it basically means to say that जो जितनी भी दुनिया में जितनी भी चिंताएं हैं, उससे हमको इस तरह की सुंदर चीज दूर रखती है. Okay, therefore on every morrow are we wreathing a flowery band to bind us to the earth, in spite of despondence of the inhuman dearth of noble natures of the gloomy days, of all the unhealthy and over-darkened ways made for our searching. Yes, in spite of all, some shape of beauty moves away the pall from our dark spirits. Now, इन लाइनों में रीथिंग का मतलब मेकिंग, ओके, एंड डर्थ का मतलब समथिंग विच इज जिसकी कोई कमी हो, लैक ऑफ समथिंग, राइट? और डेस्पोंडेंस मीन्स सैड, यू नो, नाउमीद, दुखी, ओके. एंड गार्लैंड्स, ऑब्वियसली when he's saying therefore on every morrow are we wreathing a flowery band, basically referring to फूलों की माला, again referring to a bonding with nature, you know, because फूलों की माला again will come from nature. So he says that life on earth, इस धरती पर किसी भी तरह की जिंदगी जो है, it is not worth living. Life is not worth living on earth without its treat of beauty. If earth was not beautiful, life on earth would not be worth living. Okay, and in spite of all the misery and gloom that he's referred to, in spite of all the negativity, in spite of all the disappointment, right, we feel positive, we feel positively motivated. हमको एक तरह से उम्मीद मिलती है कि हम जिंदा रहें because of this spectacles of beauty and because of these moments of beauty which are available and we find on earth, right? And these beautiful moments and the beautiful sights that we see on earth enable us to stay connected with अर्थ, यू नो, उससे एक तरह का रिलेशनशिप, एक तरह का कनेक्शन बनता है हमारे बीच में और धरती के बीच में. एंड जनरली व्हाट वी फाइंड इज दैट ह्यूमन बीइंग्स find a lot of unhappiness in life. Each one of us, we feel disappointed at something which has not gone right, something which we expected and has not gone the way we wanted it to go. We feel sad, we feel disappointed, and that's also because of the scarcity, and that's what he's referring to. In spite of despondence, और इसके बारे में आपको प्रश्न भी आ सकता है, in spite of despondence of the inhuman dearth of noble natures. The inhuman dearth यानी कि कमी ऑफ नोबल नेचर्स, यानी कि जो अच्छे लोग हैं उनकी कमी की वजह से एक तरह से काफी नाउमीदी बन सकती है, काफी डिसअपॉइंटमेंट भी हो सकता है बाय फॉलोइंग द अनहेल्दी पाथ ऑफ नेगेटिव थॉट्स. सो या if we keep on following negative thoughts and keep on filling our mind with negative thoughts, we get onto a very unhealthy path, and that affects our mind, our heart, our health, and our general feelings in general. Okay, but then whenever we look immediately at a beautiful object, it takes away the covering of negativity. जो negativity का जो ऊपरी layer है उसको वो हटा देता है, and mind again is filled up with optimism, with some kind of positivity. Okay, and इसकी वजह से जो जितना भी दुख है मन में वे निकल जाता है. So that's what he's saying, in spite of despondence of the inhuman dearth of noble minds, and he's referring to people in general, of the gloomy days and of all the unhealthy and over darkened ways made for our searching. Yes, in spite of all this, in सबके बावजूद some shape of beauty को हम देखते हैं, and that takes away the pall. Pall is almost like, you know, you refer to as pall bearers. जब किसी कफन को ले जाना हो तो उसके लिए पकड़ने के लिए 4 लोग जरूरी होते हैं. They are known as the pall bearers. So pall को एक तरह से मृत्यु के कनेक्शन में इसका इस्तेमाल किया गया है, and that is like, you know, when you are feeling low, you almost feel like you're completely down and out, and that is almost equivalent to the death of your spirit. Not the death of you, not the death in a physical sense, but आपके जो positive feelings है उसकी मृत्यु हो गई है, इसीलिए यहां पर शब्द यूज किया गया है पॉल. इसके बारे में भी प्रश्न आ सकता है. फ्रॉम आवर डार्क स्पिरिट्स, बिकॉज व्हेन यू आर फीलिंग नेगेटिव, योर स्पिरिट्स आर फीलिंग एक्सट्रीमली ब्लैक एंड डार्क एंड नेगेटिव. ओके, यहां पर एलिट्रेशन का इस्तेमाल किया गया है ऑफ नोबल नेचर्स. एन से 2 शब्द together, when they are used, it is known as the poetic device of alliteration, also to emphasize a particular emotion or thought. Okay, इसके बाद चलते हैं. Such the sun, the moon, trees old and young, sprouting a shady boon for simple sheep, and such are daffodils with the green world they live in, and clear rills that for themselves a cooling covert make against the hot season. The mid forest break rich with the sprinkling of fair musk rose blooms. ओके, स्प्राउटिंग का मतलब ग्रोथ, किसी तरह का, यू नो, वेजिटेशन विच इज ग्रोइंग, एंड ही इज रेफरिंग टू इट एज अ ब्लेसिंग व्हेन ही इज रेफरिंग टू द वर्ड बून. बून का मतलब है ब्लेसिंग. रिल्स का मतलब है स्मॉल स्ट्रीम्स. ओके, छोटे से झरने. ओके, एंड कोवर्ट essentially is talking about something which is kind of covered, you know, which is not visible outwardly. So such the sun. So what John Keats is saying here is that the nature, जो पूरा वातावरण है पूरे भूमि पर, धरती पर जितना भी वातावरण है, that is full of beautiful objects. और ये beautiful जो सुंदर objects कौन से हैं? Which are these beautiful objects? He is referring to the sun, सूरज, moon, चांद, trees, पेड़ जो कि बड़े पेड़ हैं, काफी सालों से हैं, और जो थोड़े यंग पेड़ हैं, दोनों. स्प्राउटिंग ए शेडी बून, और उन सब की वजह से जो छाया मिलती है वो एक तरह से ब्लेसिंग के रूप में है. दैट इज ऑलमोस्ट लाइक अ ब्लेसिंग. ओके, विच प्रोवाइड शेड टू एवरीवन. then he is referring to the daffodils which is a beautiful yellow color flower that blooms in the forest. Okay, the clear streams that provide the cooling effect okay, for the green, with the green world they live in, and clear rills, the streams that provide the cooling effect. जहां पर भी आप झरने को देखें, wherever you will see some kind of a beautiful stream, you will realize that the vegetation is all green there, and it is actually changing the whole atmosphere of that place. It makes the whole place look more beautiful, more enchanting, right? And makes everyone, even in the hot summer, make everyone feel very comfortable. Okay, the mid forest ferns, the mid forest brake, right, which is, brake means a thick mass of ferns. Ferns aapko malum hoga, which is a vegetation with very beautiful leaves. The mid forest ferns and the musk rose blooms, okay, the musk roses also have the same effect on us, because when we see these beautiful ferns and the musk roses, it makes us feel good. Wow, what a beautiful sight, kitna sundar nazara hai, okay, and has the same effect on us and gives us mental peace and happiness, okay, when we see this beautiful sight in front of us. yahan par bhi alliteration ka istemal kiya gaya hai, such the sun, SS, then uske baad the cooling कोवर्ट, सी. तो जहां पर भी इस तरह के पोएटिक डिवाइस का इस्तेमाल किया गया है, उसको आप नोट कर लीजिए. प्लीज नोट दोस alliteration which has been used as a poetic device. Then we come to the last 5 lines. And such too is the grandeur of the dooms we have imagined for the mighty dead, all lovely tales that we have heard or read, an endless fountain of immortal drink pouring unto us from the heavens brink. Very nice. The way he has used the words, they leave you with a very nice feeling. Poetry को appreciate करना बहुत ज़रूरी है, because only then you will be able to understand, and if you understand how the things are made easy, if you appreciate it and see every word in a particular context. Okay, now he is describing the beauty which is found in the tales, in the stories, kahaniyan of the mighty and the powerful who are no more in this world now. And such too is the grandeur of the dooms we have imagined for the mighty dead. जो बड़े बड़े राजा थे या कोई भी, any famous people who are no longer in this world, उनकी कहानियों को सुनकर भी there is a literary beauty. जब उनकी कहानियों को आप सुनते हैं, so you feel, wow, this is how Maharana Rana Pratap was. This is how Akbar the Great was. This was how Ashoka was. So when you hear those kind of stories, you feel, more positive, right? I'm just giving you examples which you can relate to, right? The stories of their bravery, right, which we have heard and read, inspire us to be brave and courageous like them. जिस तरह की जो बहादुरी उन लोगों ने दिखाई थी, उनकी कहानियों को सुनकर हमें भी एक तरह से प्रेरणा मिलती है कि हम भी उसी तरह से बहादुर बने. We also show bravery and courage like those great people. All those beautiful things have been compared to the immortal drink, an endless fountain of immortal drink. Immortal drink का मतलब क्या है? This thing of beauty is like an immortal drink, and in this case the stories of the brave and the courageous people who are no longer in this world is like a thing of immortal drink, because उसको एक तरह से experience करने की वजह से you also feel brave and courageous, and it is almost like it is being poured straight from heaven. Okay, so it is almost like a blessing from heaven that you are getting when you hear the tales of the mighty and the brave and the courageous, the mighty dead that he is talking about. So from the heaven it is being poured. So a thing of beauty, tales of beauty, all have the same positive effect. अब इस पूरी कविता को पढ़ने से you get a very positive feeling. There's nothing negative about this at all, except for in the second stanza that I spoke about, the Paul from our dark spirits, where he has talked about what it kind of helps you move away from. That's the only negative thing. Otherwise, the whole tone and tenor, the theme of the poem is all about being very positive. Okay, यहाँ पर मेटाफर का इस्तेमाल किया गया है एज अ पोएटिक डिवाइस, फाउंटेन ऑफ इमॉर्टल ड्रिंक. ओके, द ब्यूटिफुल ऑब्जेक्ट्स हैव बीन कंपेयर्ड टू अ ड्रिंक, एंड एज वी रिलीज द ड्रिंक सो आर एज natural objects, right? So उसका इस्तेमाल किया गया है. And an endless fountain of immortal drink is known as a hyperbole. Okay, that's another poetic device which has been used in the last 5 lines of this particular poem. So ये तो हो गया जहां तक word by word, line by line का सवाल है. जिस तरह का explanation की बात करें, let's look at some of the questions which have come from the previous year board papers. For instance, in the sample paper which I have, one of the questions was, according to Keats, what moves away the pall and suffering from human life? जैसे मैंने second stanza में इसका जिक्र किया था, that what moves away the pall and suffering? You help to move away from the pall and suffering when you get to experience the beautiful objects, and that fills your mind with optimism, with positive thoughts, and that removes the sadness from your minds, because the negativity comes because of the another question which can become is the inhuman dearth of noble natures. Okay, so uske wajah se you can feel a little negative. Now another question which came in 2014 is, what does a thing of beauty do for us? Now, how do you answer a question like that in about 30 to 40 words? You need to write that a thing of beauty is like a bar, and you explain what bar means, what I told you. It brings us a lot of pleasure which is endless, and it provides respite from our sorrows, yani ki dukh, and gives us peaceful sleep and a calm mind. Okay, it removes the pall, or it removes all sad thoughts from our mind and brings us happiness and peace. So that's the kind of an answer you should use. And whenever you are quoting any particular word or phrase from the poem, which I suggest you should put it in double quotes, because that will tell the evaluator that this particular student is familiar with the content of the poem. Another question which came in 2017 was, mention 2 things of beauty that Keats refers to in his poem. How do they influence us? Now, you obviously have to talk about the beauty in nature, the beauty in literature in the last 5 lines, and how they help you to kind of overcome feelings of sadness, right? And enhance your mood and lifts your spirit. So how would you write an answer like this? Just listen to this. Now, the poet refers to the objects of nature as things of beauty. Okay, I'm saying this in English so that you can note it down, so that you can use the same kind of words and phrases in your answer, right? The bushes of dancing daffodils, which we read in the 3rd stanza, and the green forest sprinkled with musk roses make us feel extremely joyful just by looking at them or dreaming about them, right? Looking at the musk roses or looking at the green ferns, we feel good when we look at them or dream about them. And all these beautiful objects that we find as part of our nature around us help us overcome our sadness and uplift our mind and spirits. Okay, so that's the kind of a question, and when you write your answer, ensure that you are putting in all the keywords. And what are the keywords? Words like happiness, words like enhancing the mood, gloom, sadness, beauty is definitely a keyword, beauty in nature and beauty in literature. All those things help us overcome our spirit. So those are some of the answers that you need to write. Let me get you one more one. How does Keats show his unhappiness with his fellow human beings? So here again, please quote from the poem when he speaks about and use the phrase the inhuman dearth of noble nature. So Keats, he's described fellow human beings as dearth of noble natures. Keats shows his unhappiness and disappointment with fellow human beings as they follow the unhealthy path of negativity. Okay, and he is very disappointed by the absence. Dearth means absence or lack of noble natures, that people who are not good in mind and heart and end up doing negative things to other people. So he feels that is something which is very undesirable, and he feels that is something to be avoided, and therefore he looks to the things of beauty as a way of overcoming all feelings of negativity and the sadness that comes as a result of this negativity. Okay, so with this we come to the end of the explanation of a thing of beauty. I hope this is clear, and I would suggest that you go through the entire poem again, mark the key words, and understand what are the words that you need to use in your answers, you will be quite comfortable as far as this particular poem is concerned. Thank you very much for watching.